Hi everyone, today's video is going to be a book haul and these are the books that I have acquired in January. So with the beginning of a new year, I thought I probably had better buy myself a diary, and this is the Faber and Faber Poetry Diary 2016, and it's just quite simple layout. You've got your days of the week on one side and not a huge amount of space to write things, but I just need to be able to write down my work shifts and little bits and bobs. So I tend to use diaries sporadically anyway, so I didn't need lots of space. But then on the other side there is either the cover of a poetry collection that is published by Faber, or there is a poem. I'm making it my goal to read more poetry this year, so hopefully this will help. The next is a cookbook, and this is to try and encourage me to cook a wider range of food. So this is a book by the Hummus Brothers. I believe this is a chain of restaurants. Clearly I haven't read much of it. It's lots of sort of Turkish and yeah, Mediterranean flatbreads and things. And then of course lots of hummus, which makes me very happy. I'm a vegetarian and there are lots of great veggie recipes in here. The next is a book that I look at every time I go into a bookshop, and I thought, right, it's time. It's time for me to buy it. Also, it was half price after Christmas. So it's The Fox and the Star by Coralie Bickford Smith, and when this came out I wanted it so badly, but I didn't have the money to buy it. Coralie Bickford Smith is of course the designer of the cloth-bound Penguin editions and the Penguin English Library editions, and just all of the really beautiful series of beautiful classics that Penguin does, more or less, are done by her. But the main reason that I bought this is because it's just full of inspiration when it comes to kind of pattern design. She just has this real knack for patterns, so this is something that I'm working on as well. So yeah, it's a book of inspiration basically. The next was a free book at work. I think we had a huge stack of them and they weren't in stock and we needed rid of them. This is The Buddha of Suburbia by Hanif Qureshi, and apparently this was published in the 90s? Am I making that up? Yes, it was, 1990. And it is set in London, and Angela Carter said she liked it. I believe it's about an Indian community in London in the 1970s. My colleague said that it's really good. The next one is one that I was so excited about. I picked it off the shelf and I read the first page. I thought this is a book that I have to have in my life. It's All the Birds in the Sky by Charlie Jane Anders, and oh my goodness, I'm what, 3/4 of the way through it. I'm enjoying this so much. I don't think I've read a physical book for a very long time that I've wanted to just keep reading and reading, because usually I'm reading audiobooks and I spend, say, my lunch breaks listening to the audiobook and doing some drawing, or while I'm eating my lunch and things. This one, I just want to read the book. I don't want anything else, just want to read it. So I imagine that I will finish this in the next few days and will include it in my January wrap-up. It's a strange blend of genre and I'm not quite sure how to classify it. It reminds me of David Mitchell quite a bit in that it's set in the near future and that there are bits of magic and there are bits of science, and it's such an interesting blend of things. And if this continues the way it's going, then it will probably be my first 5-star read of the year. So I bought this next book because I watched the film Crimson Peak and I absolutely fell in love with it. The aesthetic of it, the whole way that it's shot, the way that the clothing is designed, the use of symbols, just everything about it. I've watched it multiple times and I just keep seeing more things each time. So I got this book here, which is Crimson Peak, The Art of Darkness, and this is just the film companion. I love books like this, especially when they are for really beautiful films, because they give you so much extra detail that they haven't quite managed to get into the film in terms of the props, the set, the costumes, bits about the character as well. So I haven't read much of this and I haven't had a lot of time to look through it yet, but I mean, it just spread like that, which is just focused on one of the bedrooms, and then you have this focus on one of the pieces of furniture. It also has these extra bits, like, I struggle to hold this up, but yeah, sort of fold out pieces like this, and it's very sort of interactive in that sense, and I like that they've gone that extra mile with it. Yeah, so here we've got a letter that is written out, and it's on a little bit of paper there. And I'll just show you this as well, because we've got this sort of tracing paper that goes over Jessica Chastain's character and then like that, and it's just very, very beautiful and very thoughtfully done, so I'm very glad to have this in my life. The next book is also very beautiful. This is by Jessica Hische, and this is the book that she has written about her process of lettering and designing. Jessica Hische is the designer of the Penguin Drop Cap series, and as well as she's done the leather-bound Barnes & Noble books. So that's these ones here. We've got lots of beautiful classics. So yes, this is about her process from pencil sketch through into using Adobe Illustrator and turning it into vector artwork. So I'm hoping that this will teach me quite a lot. I don't do a lot of lettering, but it's obviously a big part of book covers. I tend to think of myself as more of an illustrator than a graphic designer or a letterer, but it's definitely a part of what I do. So yeah, I think that this will be an interesting read. And finally, I have a graphic novel that I'm so excited about. I've just finished reading Fun Home by Alison Bechdel, which I just adored. She's such a genius, and this book promises to be just as good, I think. I mean, it has a very promising title, which is Long Red Hair. This is by Meeks Fitzgerald, and she's written another graphic novel in the past, which I haven't read, but this is her memoir. I don't know a huge amount about it besides that, but the art style is quite different and it has that limited palette. She's only used a few colours, and that's in the same way that Alison Bechdel does in hers. So she's chosen this red colour, which obviously goes with the colour of her hair, and this sort of almost turquoisey blue, which contrasts with it quite nicely, and you end up with some very beautiful sort of highlights of just the odd things there. I clearly can't talk much more about it because I haven't read it yet, but this is up on my list and I think I will get to it fairly soon. I nearly forgot, I have another one. This one was sent to me by a publisher. This is from Windmill Books, and it is Sweet Home by Caris Bray, which I've been wanting to read for ages, but I think the old edition went out of print, but they are reissuing this before her new novel comes out later this year, I believe. Caris Bray wrote a song for Issy Bradley. Jen absolutely loved it, and I know that Jen absolutely loves this collection as well. So yeah, they're short stories, and I'm really excited about this as well. So there we are. Those are the books that I have acquired in the past month. If you want to chat about any of the books that were featured, then you can do that in the comments below. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye!